Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this video, I wanted to talk about how you can basically step up your game and really get things done in a more efficient way, okay? Because what I notice a lot of times is that guys want certain things to happen, right? And let's say, for example, a guy wants, a one-night stand or something like that, right? He wants to meet some chick and bring her back to his house and smash, right? Now, there might be a situation where that actually happens, right? But the thing is that he doesn't really know how to do that on a continuous basis, meaning he doesn't know how to actually go out and meet a chick every weekend and basically bring her back to the crib and make it happen. You understand? So the time that it actually happened, he's not really sure how he did it because he doesn't really know how he did it. He doesn't know how it happened, right? See, the thing is that when you're really on top of your game and your game is tight, what you do is you understand exactly what you're doing to get the results that you get. You understand? So it's all about you learning how to replicate that situation. Right? So the thing is that if you don't really know how to do it, then you're just gonna, you're just hoping things happen by random. Like, okay, well, I hope this happens at this time, and I hope it goes down. Right? Now, there's gonna be situations that you're in, like let's say, for example, you want to have that one night stand, or let's say you are at a bar or a club or whatever, and you want to make out with girls, or let's say you see a chick in the street that you want to talk to. How do you get her to stop and talk to you, right? So all these different things you want to happen, but how do you make it happen? It's about the how. You understand? Like, how do I actually make this happen, and how do I make this happen on multiple occasions? You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is that the way that you make that happen is that you need to know exactly what you're doing. You need to know how to actually make this go down, right? So let's say, for example, you wanted to have one night stands, right? And you wanted to be able to be in a situation where, like, 9 times out of 10 when you're going out, you would love it 10 times out of 10, but sometimes shit's not going to work out exactly how you plan. But let's say, most of the time when you go out, you set it up to where you can actually have these one night stands. So for example, what you would do, the how of doing that, the steps you need to take, it would be something like this. Like, you would make sure that your house is clean before you leave, right? What you would do also is that once you leave, let's say you're trying to meet a chick that night, some random girl, you would go to a place that's near your house. You understand? So it's like easy access to you to pull her back to the crib, right? So you go to a bar, you meet some chick, and then when you're talking to her, you're building that sexual tension. You understand what I'm saying? And then if she's receptive to, you flirting and doing all that other stuff, let's say you guys are making out, and then you pull her back to your place. Now, even within all those steps I told you, there's steps within those steps, because you're probably saying, okay, well, I go to a bar. What are the things that I do to talk to this woman to get her attention to talk to me? Okay, so now I got us talking. How do I build that sexual tension? What are the things that I need to do? See, there's always the how do I do it when it comes to game. You understand? And that's the part where a lot of guys don't really, understand, or they don't take the time to think about, how do I do this so that I can keep these results going on a continuous basis. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, this is why I tell you guys to go to badboymembership.com, because badboymembership.com, it gives you the how to do the stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the reason why it's so frustrating in the game for a lot of guys, because they don't know how to do certain things. They don't know how to replicate that situation, right? And that's the thing that's going to give you maximum results, when you know exactly what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? And once you know what you're doing, then you can repeat that. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like even in business, like when people who do business, or let's say like a person who runs an online business, they do things where they say, okay, if I want to make a certain amount of money, I know that once I put this amount of advertising dollars, on this product or this service that I'm doing, I know that every time I put out, $100 to advertise, I make $300. So it's costing me $100 to make $300. So all they do is keep putting in that $100 to make that $300. So a guy who's good at the game, he knows, most of the time when I talk to chicks and I say this or I do this or I do it this way or I make it happen this way, I usually get this result. Every time I set it up this way, I usually get this result. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know how to do it, then you can't get to that level where you're actually getting things going in multiple occasions. You understand? You're not going to get to that point where you can actually go out and pull a chick back 9 times out of 10. You're not going to be in situations where 9 times out of 10 you are at a bar and you can just make out with a chick because you don't know how to do it. You understand what I'm saying? You have to learn how to actually do these things, right? You could be in a situation where you see chicks, in the street, and you need to know how to actually stop them so that they can want to talk to you and continue that conversation and make that go down. So the how is very important. You understand? So the thing is that you got to understand that when it comes to game, when it comes to you learning the game, this shit is a skill. You understand? This is a skill that you practice and you learn and you keep the shit going. The thing is that the reason why a lot of guys have trouble is because they don't think about the how. They don't even think about, oh, okay, well, there's something that I can do. You understand? They don't even think that it gets that far. You understand? It's something that needs to be understood. It's something that you need to implement. It's something that you need to know how to do so that you can keep doing that thing in order to make it happen. It's the same way where, I'm on, I use Tinder a lot, right? And so when I match with a chick on Tinder, usually I send them the same message, the same first message. I send them all the same copy and paste message, right? And then what happens is I usually get a response from that copy and paste message. And 9 times out of 10, the response is sort of like the same type of response that I get from most of the girls. So when they respond to me that way, I know the next thing to say to set up the situation so that I can meet them that night or during that week or whatever it is. And then once I meet them, then I have a whole nother game plan of how to be able to sleep with them that night. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is this, it doesn't work 100% of the time, but I'll tell you this, it works 8 to 9 times out of 10. Now, would you rather that, or would you rather it be random where you don't know when it's going to work? You don't know if you talk to this girl, if she's going to make something happen, or if you go out on this date, if it's going to go this way or that way. Would you rather that versus you knowing how to do something so that you can basically replicate the game? Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is why it's important for you to know the how of how do I do this? How do I actually make this work? What are the steps I need to do to go from point A to point B? You understand what I'm saying? And this goes for every, little thing in the game, because like let's say for example, you're trying to learn how to, or you want to know, hey, how do I get a lot of chicks? You understand? So a person might tell you, okay, yeah, if you want to get a lot of chicks, you got to approach a lot of girls and talk to them. Then you're like, okay, and so you walk up to a girl and now you're like, oh shit, what do I say? Like, how do I keep this conversation going? What am I supposed to do to close the deal? Blah, 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 blah. That's all the how. You understand? And if you don't know the how, you're going to be lost. If you don't know how to actually do it, you understand, you're not going to really go anywhere, right? So this is the part that, of the game that you have to understand. You feel me? So this is why I tell you guys, go to badboymembership.com right now and join the membership. You could click that link below. Also, if you guys have any questions, make sure you click that link also on the bottom to send me your questions. All right. So that's pretty much it. I'm out of here. Remember, guys, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.